Hey, I'm Sigmund Brouwer. I'm an author. You can see some of my books behind me, and I am delighted the chance through the Young Alberta Book Society to introduce you to some time together with one of my lessons at the www.academy for writers. So if you like this, you can always head there and check out more. But really, I just wanted to hang out with you. We've got lesson 1, and we've got lesson 2. So here's the first lesson. Welcome, lesson number 1. And if you're dreading the writing process, yeah, I totally get it. It's why we're calling you Story Ninjas. This is the Writers Academy. We want you to be great writers because you know it's going to be good for you as a grown-up, and you know your parents care and your teachers care, and we all care because, yeah, literacy is important. But once you understand that writing is a delivery system for story, think of writing as an envelope and story as the money. Right? Your grandfather mails you $20. You're not going to take the money out of the envelope, rip up the money and go, oh, I love the delivery system. But on the other hand, that money, the good stuff, the content, the story, it's never going to reach you without a delivery system. And we'll talk more about that. But this is why, although it's the Writers Academy, and I know I'm repeating myself, we are going to be story ninjas. Yeah, t-shirt, logos, it might be a little too much, but no. Because once you have the story ninja attitude, I promise it'll make your writing a lot easier. So here we are, lesson number 1. Drum roll, and we're going to go into this right now. Put up your hand or both your hands if you love to mess with people. Because isn't it fun to make your friend giggle? Isn't it fun to make your teacher groan? Don't you love scaring people? As long as, now look at me, it has to be appropriate for the person you're messing with. We'll talk more about that later in Story Ninja Move number 2. But for now, let's talk about songs and how they make you feel. Your teacher might play some songs for you, but we're about to pause and have fun with music and talking about how it makes you feel. Hey, me again, the other me again. He and I are going to switch back and forth. And this me again has some music for you. What? You want it louder? And now get ready to be a little grumpy with me because you're not going to be able to help it. You're going to do this, 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 and I'll probably end up doing this, this, this as well. Maybe you'll like this one just a little more. I have no rhythm. I know I look silly. You might be standing there doing a little lasso dance. I know, I told you I look silly. How about something a little older? Like way, way back. Stuff that someone like me would have been listening to. And if you're wondering why it rocks to be a story ninja, here's your answer. And why don't we finish with one of the all-time best? We will rock you. And did you notice if songs grab your feelings, aren't they kind of messing with... Don't songs mess with you? And couldn't you flip that around and decide to mess with someone through songs? You could play music really loud and make them dance. You could play a song that'll make them sad. And I'm going to say that stories are the same. And let's see how that story makes you feel. It's going to start off with who, where, when, and what, the story ninja hand, and then hopefully the problem grabs you and you enjoy the story. Once you hear this story, you will never be able to unhear it. Don't say I didn't warn you. I'm going to settle back. I've got the story right here. Notice I didn't say I've got the book. Well, yeah, it is a book, but books deliver story. Remember that? The alphabet, reading and writing is the delivery system for story. So here we go. Justine McKean needed a parent helper. After school, she went down the street to Sidney Martin's house. She opened the gate. She saw Sidney's little brother, Adam. He was 4 years old. He sat in the grass with a cat in his arms. "Hey, Adam," Justine said. "Hey, Justine," Adam said. "Could you hold Snuggles for me?" Justine sat beside Adam. "Sure, I like cats." Adam gave the cat to Justine, and Snuggles began to purr in Justine's arms. Short break. I hope, well, hope's a strong word, but I'm guessing you're a little bored right now because all you have is who, what, where, when. A girl after school in a front yard holding a little boy's cat. It's the grabber problem that's about to make it interesting. At least I truly hope it's interesting for you when I continue. Snuggles began to purr in Justine's arms. Adam reached over and lifted the cat's tail straight in the air. "What are you doing?" Justine asked. Adam used his other hand to point at the cat's rear end. "Look," he said, "Snuggles is chapped and dry under his tail, just like my mom's lips are chapped and dry." Adam kept holding the cat's tail straight in the air. With his other hand, he used a tube of chapstick and rubbed it on the cat's rear end. "Oh," Justine said, "I don't know if that's a good idea." "I do it all the time," Adam said. That's when the door to the house opened and Mrs. Martin walked down the steps. "There you are, Adam," she said. "I've been looking everywhere for you." Justine handed the cat to Adam and stood. "Hello, Mrs. Martin," Justine said. "Did you get my information in the email about Parent Helper?" "I can't remember," Mrs. Martin said. "I am very busy." Then Mrs. Martin looked at Adam. "Hey, that's where my chapstick went. Give it back, please." Adam handed Mrs. Martin the chapstick. "What do you need a parent helper for?" Mrs. Martin asked Justine. As she spoke, she took the lid off the chapstick. She raised it to her lips. "Don't do it," Justine said. Too late. Mrs. Martin smeared the chapstick all across her lips. "The chapstick," Justine said. "Adam just used it on Snuggles." "Ooh," Mrs. Martin said. "He put it on Snuggles' mouth?" "No," Justine said. "The other end." "What?" Mrs. Martin said. "Yes," Adam said proudly, "under Snuggles' tail where it's all dry. I do it all the time." Story Ninjas, we're back again. And I sure hope that story about the cat and the chapstick, I hope it made you giggle. And I hope it made you groan. I was trying to mess with your feelings. And if you stop and talk about the different stories that you love and then write down the way they make you feel, I think you'll agree with me that great songs are like great stories. They mess with your feelings. And that's why it rocks to be a story ninja. You get to mess with your teacher's feelings. Look at this. I'm giving you the 2 hands for the story ninja. Your job for the rest of the year, mess with your teachers through stories as long as they are appropriate. Well, can you see me leaning back in our chair? This time together is nearly finished. And I'm sure not going to ask you to do any writing. We're not even going to ask you to daydream any stories yet. What we're hoping is between now and next time we meet, you just list your 3 favorite movies, your 3 favorite songs, your 3 favorite books. Now keep in mind movies deliver stories and books deliver stories, but come up with your top 3. And then for each one, tell us how they make you feel. Is your favorite movie something that makes you giggle? Does it scare you? Same for your songs. Sorry about that. Same for your books. Then share this with your mom or dad and explain to them that in our first time together, you've learned, and maybe you already knew it, but you've learned that great songs and great stories grab your feelings, and that's where we're going to begin the rest of our time together. Now, as we wrap up, would love it if you went to my YouTube channel, Story Ninjas with Sigmund Brouwer. Oh, and by the way, if you have Amazon Prime, I have dozens and dozens of ebooks there you can read free with your Amazon Prime membership. Got it? Okay. Well, we're at the official end. Thank you to Young Alberta Book Society. View all their other videos from all the other authors. And if you want to check out my website, here it is. See ya.